Hey, Brad Spencer here, and I want to shoot a quick video testimonial for my buddy Anil Gupta. Anil has been, a really critical piece for me in the last little bit. About a month, 5 to 6 weeks ago, probably, him and I had a conversation, and it ended up being we've been connecting for a few months after I met him at a live event that I spoke at, and Anil, we tried to go back and forth, and kind of our schedules didn't always work out and everything. And then one evening, we happened to be talking online, um, and he was like, "Hey, can I give you a call?" And I said, "Sure." So it was like 1:30 in the morning. I was just doing work, and we got on the phone, and we were talking about sales and some of the stuff that I was doing with sales to for our high end consulting business. And I kind of brought something up, and it was just a side comment that I made. But he went down this road, I guess you will, and we started talking about this. And basically, what it was you know one of the things that I've dealt with over the years is I'm constantly in chasing mode. So whether I'm working on my dreams, whether I'm working on, building a better business, building a better relationship with my girlfriend, being healthier, I'm always chasing something. Always an external journey. So every time I get to a point where I'm happy with something, what I always end up doing is I always end up going to set the next goal. So, what he said to me was really prescient, and it's helped me a ton in the last like 5 to 6 weeks. I've had a lot less stress, a lot less work, that burdensome work where you just feel it like, oh, I'm so stressed out, I've got this to do, I've got that to do. Whereas a lot of the things I'm doing now are very focused on, the present, situation, whatever I'm dealing with. And what he said to me was, wherever you are, this is where you are. You have everything you need. You don't need to chase anything else. You have all the money you need. You have all the health that you need. You have all the goals that you need. You have all the energy, and everything you need to get wherever you might want to go, you already have. And like, that's powerful. Now, let me give you some context, okay? Anil is one of those people that, like, him and I met at the live event. He brought up, I still have his business card here on my desk, and it was a silver business card, so it shines like whenever I'm in the office and I turn the light on, or if it's visible, I always see it, and it kind of blinks at me. So he's kind of always there with me in that sense. So he stood out to me. But what stood out the most was Anil's passion for helping people get to where they want to go in a very short period of time. And in American society, I notice this a lot, where people are always hunting for something else. There's always the next car to buy. There's always the next house. There's the next clothes. There's the next person to impress. All those things kind of come back to this, permanently dissatisfied state. And, I caught myself, for most of my 20s, being in that rat race of constantly wanting something else, never being really happy with what I have currently in my life. I make really good money. I work with amazing people. We solve a lot of problems. And yet I'm always looking, how can I solve more problems? How can I try to make what I have better? It's constant game of better, 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 more and more and more. And what's funny is he brought this example up, and after saying that to me, saying that everything I need I already have right now in my life and in my mind, he said to me, he's like, you have your puppy, and for people that know me, my dog is, like we call him, my girlfriend and I, we joke, he's our fur kid. So he's like our baby, and he really is. I mean, we spend that much time with him. And he asked me, he goes, "Brad, when you're hanging out with Charlie, does he think about whether he's hungry or not? Does he think about, what's going on outside, or does he think about all the animals that are around that he would like to chase or anything?" And I was like, "Well, of course not, he doesn't. He just thinks about hanging out with me." And he goes, "Exactly. So he's always present in the moment, okay? And you're not. You're always thinking about something else. So I want you to try this." And what he did for me, he's gave me an exercise. He's like, "I want you to really be focused on him when he's petting you." Dogs are very energy sensitive, so they know when you're off kilter and everything like that. And he's like, "You need to be present with him. Be present, enjoy him, and see how much better you feel." So the next morning, when I woke up and I was feeding him breakfast and taking him for his morning walk and everything, I just hung out with him. I didn't pay attention to my phone. I wasn't thinking about, what calls I needed to make that day or what business needed to be done. I thought just about Charlie. And we sat on the couch and I ate my breakfast after he ate his, and we sat there and I just looked at him and was like, I felt like there was a burden lifted off, and that's the thing about working with Anil, and this was just like I said, it was a 15 to 20 minute conversation in the middle of the night after we've been talking via Facebook for a little bit trying to connect, and I was just amazed at how much power he has to really kind of get to the core of the apple and fix whatever it is that you're struggling with. So if you're really if you're on the fence with working with him, I highly recommend it. He's a very kind individual, and there's a lot of people that are in the personal development space or work with people and coach and consult and everything. There's a ton of them. Okay, but one of the things that I feel like separates him from everybody else is that he's so fast to see and like sense, almost like a sixth sense, I guess, to see really what you need and who you are. So like his emotional intelligence is probably higher than almost anyone I've ever met, in that he knows how to be with you. He truly is present when he's talking with you and when he's working with you. He's not thinking about anything else. And you can feel that in the advice that he gives and the examples that he gives and the questions he asks. So he's very much one of those people, if you're not into the whole like rah-rah, pump you up type of stuff, but you're more into the self-reflective and really getting to the core of the issue in a very low pressure but enjoyable and pleasurable sense. He's great to work with, and I can't wait to talk with him more. I want to do some business with him in the future because he's just great at what he does, and I feel like his message needs to be shared with the world. So if you're really looking to work with someone who can make a difference quickly and easily for you in whatever problem you may have, I haven't spoken with him about like relationships and things like that, but what he taught me with just myself has helped me be better in my relationships by being more present in a 15-minute conversation. So he's able to get to the quick things, help you kind of eliminate those bottlenecks, and then you can leverage that stuff throughout all the other aspects of your life, your health, your financial security and those types of matters, your relationships with your children or your spouse, and really anything else that you want to work with. So I think he's great. He's helped me a ton, and like I've used this in the last month and a half to close a tremendous amount of business and be a lot less stressed out for that matter, which is, business or not, that's a very good thing for me in my life because that's something I've struggled with. And he's helped me really figure that out, and it was just a 15-minute conversation. So I highly recommend Anil. I think he's a great person, and I look forward to getting to know him a ton better and building that relationship over the next, couple decades, because he's definitely someone that I want to have in my core circle of advisors because he's incredible. I can't recommend him enough. He's gets the 2 thumbs up and the A+, whatever kind of metric you want to do, 5 stars, 5 diamonds, whatever. I think he's great, and I can't speak highly of him enough. Thank you very much for watching this video.